Well, I've got it. This is the BookPort Plus from the American Printing House for the Blind. And in case anybody out there is wondering, I am on the BookPort Plus user list, and I'd emailed them this morning regarding the possibility for system updates. They are definitely going to be continuing to update the BookPort Plus. I know it's been a good while. Lately, they've been focusing on the BookPort DT. And for those of you who do not know what that is, please let me know. I'll explain it to you privately. But for those of you who are in the loop, the BookPort DT has been heavily concentrated on at this point. But word is the new downloading feature for Bookshare books in particular. I believe the BookPort DT allows you to download Bookshare books directly to the device. That feature is supposedly coming to the BookPort Plus. They didn't say when, but they're looking at doing it. And they've also got some other things in the pipeline. They didn't elaborate on that. But that's what Pamela from APH had said. So in case anybody's wondering, you do not have an outdated device. There's definitely still room for updates, so you're still good. Honestly, I've only had this for a few hours. Now keep in mind, this is a sibling to a device that I had previously, the Plex Talk Pocket. If you go back to my videos from 2009, you can see videos on the Plex Talk Pocket. This is actually a very nice device. It is a book reader. It is a podcatcher. It is a web radio. It is a talking digital recorder with several settings to customize your recording. And it is also a sort of a makeshift notepad of sorts. I'm going to go ahead and switch it on. Right now, it is in what they call a power save mode. Power save mode is like turning on your cell phone, waking up your cell phone from sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the 5 key.
1:25 a.m.
Right now, it's reading the SD card. Now, this is an interesting point. The card that it came with was a 2 gig card, and I also have an 8 gig card. The 8 gig card doesn't need to be read when I wake up the BookPort Plus, but for some reason this 2 gigabyte card likes to be read. I do not know why that is. But we have to wait until it's done reading, and that's going to take a few seconds.
SD card Daisy title.
History in the Making. The story of the American Printing House for the Blind, 1858 to 2008.
Publication date December 11th, 2009.
So we basically heard the book that I'm currently reading. This book comes with the BookPort Plus, and it's an interesting read if you like historical, anything related to history, which I do. So it's a good read. Anyway, let me go ahead and switch on the key describer here. And the way we do that is we have our menu key, which also doubles as our key describer as soon as I can get... There's the camera back into focus. So I'm going to press and hold this for 5 seconds.
Key describer on.
Let's start at the top with the power key.
Power and sleep timer. Press repeatedly to cycle through time settings or to turn off the sleep timer. Hold to turn power on or off. Tip. BookPort Plus turns itself off automatically. Turn off power only for long periods of non-use.
And I'll get to what she means by that in just a moment. Remember, we were talking about that power save mode. Right now, the BookPort Plus is hooked up to AC, so it won't do it automatically. But I need to charge it for 24 hours before I can unplug it for the first time. But I'll just give you a demonstration of what the power save mode is like as soon as we cover through all the buttons. But I figure the key describer would be the best way to tell you what everything does, give you an idea of what the capabilities are of this device.
Record key. Press twice to record. Pause recording with another press. Press enter to stop. Hold and speak, then release for voice memos.
So I'm just going through the buttons here. We did our power and our record. Below that,
Go Press repeatedly to jump directly to pages, headings, or percentage.
And below that,
Bookmark key. Press repeatedly to move to, set, and clear bookmarks, including ones with voice annotation.
so let's go through our arrow keys.
Up arrow key. Press to increase the playback speed or to move up a line in text files that are paused. Hold to quickly increase the speed. Right arrow key. Press to fast forward 5 seconds in audio or move to the next letter in text. Down arrow key. Press to decrease the playback speed or move down a line in text during pause. Hold to quickly decrease the speed. Left arrow key. Press to rewind 5 seconds in audio or move back by letters in text. Play stop key. Press to start or stop playback or to select an option in a menu or list.
So that's our circular navigation pad. Below the power key we have
Menu and key describer key. Press to open or close the menu. Hold for 5 seconds to turn on and off key describer.
below that,
Title key. Press once, then use left or right arrow to browse other titles. Press repeatedly to cycle among the SD card, USB, and voice memos.
now we have our numeric keypad. Now this is where things get very interesting compared to really anything else on the market.
1 key. Press to rewind 30 seconds in audio or paragraphs in text while playing. It moves by words during pause.
And what that means is, the best part is that this navigation is always consistent. It never changes. So you know exactly what something's going to do. On other players, what happens is they take the directional pad. As soon as I can get my focus back into place here. Oh, there it goes. They take the arrow keys and they use those for navigation. Whereas here, you've got the number keys. They're always available, and it's much easier to work with.
2 key. Press repeatedly to select among speed, tone, guide speed, and guide volume. Then, use the volume control to adjust the selected option. The volume key returns to volume control after 10 seconds or when you press another key. 3 key. Press to fast forward 30 seconds in audio or by paragraphs in text. It moves by words during pause. 4 key. Press to rewind 10 minutes in audio or by pages in text. 5 key. Press repeatedly to hear battery level, power source, and other information about the current title, such as the time elapsed in audio or percentage in text. Hold to hear the current time and date. 6 key. Press to fast forward 10 minutes in audio or by pages in text.
So you get the idea. 1 and 4 are keys that move you backward. 3 and 6 move you forward. Same with 7 and 9, but rather than moving by set time intervals, they do something else.
7 key. Press to move back by track or album in audio or by the selected table of contents amount in DAISY. Use 8 repeatedly to select the amount.
Now the table of contents that she's referring to, things like chapters, headings, paragraphs, phrases.
8 key. Press repeatedly to cycle among track and album in audio or the possibilities offered in the table of contents for DAISY. Then use 7 and 9 to move by the selected amount.
So you select your element, you move through the element with 9 and 7.
9 key. Press to move forward by track or album in audio or by the selected table of contents amount in DAISY. Use 8 repeatedly to select the amount. Star key. Press to cancel a selection or to undo the last DAISY navigation.
That's also another unique feature of this player. I don't know any other player on the market that allows you to undo a navigational decision in DAISY. For instance, if you accidentally hit number 8 and move to another navigation level and you accidentally hit a key, you can undo that.
0 key. Press to open or close the built-in help. It uses the synthesized speech to read. Use all the normal navigation commands.
Now I'm going to go into the user manual as soon as we're done with the key describer and show you what it's like to have it read with the electronic voice. And I'm also going to play a little bit of this history in the making, just so you can hear that as well. The difference between recorded audio and electronic speech.
Pound key. Press to redo and undo.
So that's all the keys. On the side here, we have our volume key up and down, and our key lock. On the bottom, we have our power supply, which is currently plugged in. We have, I'm assuming those are cooling vents. Nobody ever told me what those were. I never even knew what they were when I had the Pocket. And as soon as this thing can get back into focus again, maybe I should forget about that. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. USB. The nice thing about this player is that it charges over USB. This and the new Victor Reader Stream are the only ones that can do this, but after you see the capabilities, I'll tell you, the Victor Reader Stream, the new one, doesn't even come close. On this side, SD card. On the back, we have BookPort Plus, catalog number, ways to reach the American Printing House for the Blind. On the top, headphone and microphone jacks. I'm going to switch this off as soon as I spin this back around again so that my hand doesn't get twisted. I'm going to switch off the key describer.
Key describer off.
Now I'm going to hit play.
Plates were also made by hand-setting Braille type and either embossing directly from the metal type or from a stereotype cast from the type.
So that's what it's like to have the human recording. What's it like to have electronic speech read? Because I know a lot of people out there know what it's like to, it's like hearing a book on CD. What about electronic speech?
Help on.
Possibility. Pressing 9 moves by the finest markup existing in the title. In the case of periodicals from NLS, the number 9 key moves by articles and sections within articles. In Bookshare periodicals, the number 9 key moves from article to article. One other effective technique for skipping past preliminaries is to use the go-to key to jump to a page or heading by number.
So that's what it's like to have the electronic speech read, and if you're used to it, it's really not that bad at all. Let's see. Let's go to the information key so I can get you, so you can hear what that's like.
AC adapter. Battery charge complete. Network information. Connected to access point. Download status. Not downloading. No pages. Heading 60. Total number of headings 216.
Special pages.
No bookmarks. No voice bookmarks. Standard play.
Let's get out of the help.
Help off. SD card. Daisy title.
History in the Making. The story of the American Printing House for the Blind, 1858 to 2008.
Publication date December 11th, 2009.
So you've got the idea. We are connected to the internet with this, and it's not downloading anything. Why is that important? Well, let's go through the menu system.
Menu. Edit. Use right or left arrow to choose item.
Let's go to the
Press down arrow to select or up arrow to cancel. System. Media management.
Let's go in here.
Enter. Media and title information. Erase SD card. Create new title. Create new text file. Delete title. Delete file. Prepare for editing. Build book. Network folder. Media and title information.
Okay, so the one that we want is to create a new text file.
Erase SD card. Create new title. Create new text file.
Really quick, that network folder information, this feature's not available on the Macintosh yet, but on a Windows PC, you can have this hook up as a drive on your network and use the included book transfer software to wirelessly transfer your information. I'm hoping in the next update that they will bring that feature over to the Mac. I'd really like to see it. So let's go ahead and create a new text file.
Not enough space on the SD card.
Wow, that's disappointing. I originally tried to get some of my books over from the 8GB card onto this one, but there's not enough space. APH has already loaded it with maybe about half a gig's worth of info. So all of my main readings on the 8GB card, and I'm going to dispose of what I have here on the 2GB, except for what APH is preloaded. But I'm going to try and explain this to you. One, 4 and 7 are dots 1, 2, and 3 of a Braille cell. 3, 6, and 9 represent dots 4, 5, and 6 of a Braille cell. And you can do this, you can use these combinations of keys to create text notes. Now, Gallagher 123123 has a video up on that, on how to do that. I was going to show you how to do that, but as you just heard her say, I cannot. Yay! So let's get out of here.
Cancel. Menu. Media management. System.
Let's go to System.
Enter. System properties. Text-to-speech voice. Waiting sound. Key press confirmation sound. Date and time. Text-to-speech pitch. Text input mode. Networks. Text input mode.
Let's take a look at text input mode.
Enter. Thumb braille.
Thumb braille is what I have it on right now, but by default it is set to
ABC.
ABC. What is ABC? Well, do you remember the old style flip phones where you would text, like you would type the word cat, you would type in ABC 2-3 times, 2 another time for A, and 8 once for T? Well, there you go. That's what that is. So let's go back to thumb braille.
Thumb braille. Enter. Set. Menu. Edit. Use right or left arrow to choose item. Press down arrow to select or up arrow to cancel.
Actually, let's go back into the title key because I want to see... I'm still very new to this. I've only had it for a few hours. They've made a lot of updates since I had the original Pocket. Plus, there are features unique to the BookPort Plus. I'd like to try to show you where podcasts are located if I can find it. So let's...
Cancel. SD card. All titles list. Select title. Daisy title. 7. Select folder. 2 titles in this folder.
NLS.
10 titles in the text.
Melville. Herman.
3 podcast.
There we go.
Podcast.
252 feeds in this folder.
So they've got a number of different podcasts.
Select title. 2.
4 feet running.
3.
6-minute English.
4.
20 minutes.
5.
60-second mic.
6.
60-second science.
I should tell you, none of these I've heard of. But with the podcast feature, you can actually go online and get podcasts and, well, actually you have to get the podcast feed from your computer, but then you can update the podcast on the BookPort Plus itself. If anybody wants me to show that, I will. Again, I've only had this for a few hours, so I am still learning, but I absolutely love this. For the capabilities, for what you get, I mean, this is a powerhouse. It's crazy. Like I said, book player, text editor, podcatcher, web radio even. You get a whole lot for your money and in a completely accessible package. This is absolutely fantastic. So if anybody wants me to demonstrate anything, I will. Just keep in mind it may take me a while to learn it myself. And when I say a while, I mean maybe a week or two. But no, if I were to recommend this or the Plex Talk Pocket, I would definitely recommend this. Oh, one more thing. The power save mode, watch this.
Power save mode.
So what that's done is that's gone to sleep. You heard me wake it up at the beginning. This has gone to sleep, and any key will wake it up. If you're under battery power alone, what'll happen is it will go to sleep after 2 minutes. So this is just, I cannot express in words how wonderful this is. But what do you guys think? Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.